We enter Chapter 3 of the 2021 season of the Dakigan Cup. Para sa iba, ito yung tinatawag na Monday race. Bumalik po tayo sa Batangas Racing Circuit here at Rosario, Batangas, where we have a length of 3.7 kilometers consisting of 14 turns in a clockwise rotations. Race fans, do not forget our official hashtags for today. Hashtag We Love BRC and a hashtag Visit Batangas. Now, previously, coming up on the men's elite category, starting from pole position, all eyes will be on this man. Question is, can Mark Luel Valderrama, the KTM factory rider, now donning a swaggy light blue cycling kit from Australia Harvest, take home another victory for this team? And the pressure is definitely on. The stage is set. It's Monday, race fans. And it's time to race, and they're off as we see the green flag being waved to signal the start of the race. Race fans, just in case you're wondering, we have mixed elements of the motorsports racing world into the cycling world, and that is what makes the Dakigan Cup unique. We have here what we call the pole sitter, now being enjoyed by Mark Luel Valderrama, a privilege or pribilehyo binibigay sa winner of the last race as the racers make their turn in this iconic and very beautiful mango tree. There you see our pole sitter Mark Luel Valderrama trying to be aerodynamic to prevent, or rather to be aerodynamic to avoid the headwind, which is a factor in these types of races. So as we enter into the first stages, we have Valderrama, Ramos, Roa, the winner of the first race, Tuazon and Enzo Reliosa. We are almost done on the opening lap and we are back on the main straight of the circuit, which is a start and finish line. Now you can see the riders trying to look at each other, trying to employ their different strategies. Of course, a lot of racing still to go with 7 laps. Now we have Jingo Mendoza and Alfredo Catalan entering the leaderboard. But just like that, we hear, or see rather, 2 sprinters trying to make a move. And who could this be? Let's check them out. I think it's Marvin Tapik and Jason Banate. Jason Banate, of course, a familiar name who had his own moments of glory at the July 26 race, or Chapter 2 of the Dakigan Cup, now making a move on his own, trying to break away from the rest of the pack. And here we see him employing again the familiar strategy, trying to be streamlined or aerodynamic to avoid the very strong headwinds here at Rosario, Batangas. Jason Banate with this now iconic or signature fuchsia helmet para madali ho siyang makilala. Malayong-malayo pa lang, kita nyo na, but now trailing him is racer number 468 or Mr. Navarro, I believe. So it is Juan Banate and Navarro second as we enter or finish the second lap, as you see them passing by the BMW Motorrad sign. The rest of the pack or the second group is just about 50 or 60 meters behind them and trying to follow them. Navarro and Banate exchanging leads once in a while, probably trying to avoid the trap and trying to form their very own pace line, again to avoid very strong headwinds. And as you can see at the back, ayan po, kita nyo naman, like I mentioned, these racers have entered into teams. They have to employ their strategies. Nagkakalasan, nasusunudan po sila. And as we make this turn again with the iconic mango tree, Navarro and Banate still enjoying that lead. And it is at this point we would like to thank a special shout out to our friends, the marshals, the timekeepers, the sound system, the medics, and the race technical officials who have helped us in this event, as we see all John Reyes joining Banate and Navarro in the leaderboard. As we see now another iconic shot by our video production team, also part of 53 Sports Factory, with special mention to the ever energetic Danny Dakigan for making this race possible and bringing Philippine cycling to the next level. As you can imagine, this Una-una itong racing circuit na to is really reserved for motorsports, an iconic circuit built in 1996. It has been 25 years and it is only now the first year that we are hosting a cycling event in this venue. So thank you again, Mr. Dakigan, for your very revolutionary thoughts and moves to bring cycling to the next level. Exiting on the first corner, we now have a surprise leader by the name of Alvin Binosa of Team Army, followed by our last race winner, Mark Luel Valderrama, and a second group not far behind, which is now being led by Enzo Reliosa. As we see now, the famous Brian's uphill corner. Medyo makunat po yan. Akala nyo lang ay wala, pero paahon po yan. And now we are back at the main straight. We see Valderrama and Benosa, 1 and 2. And it seems that we will confirm this later. Valderrama is experiencing some technical difficulty. Question is, we of course saw him earlier trying to make a sign, signaling his teammates to for some kind of assistance. This is the second group still being led by Enzo Reliosa. And we will see kung sino mag-third place because it seems that Benosa and Valderrama are still on the top lead. Now talking about Valderrama, can he finish this race with 3 laps to go? O baka naman ma-DNF, what a pity. And yet, we still see them with a clear breakaway right there. Benosa and Valderrama on that turn, enjoying a very sizable lead from the rest of the racers. And now it seems that we are going to confirm what we had earlier feared. This is a closer look at the tires of Valderrama, which seems to be very underinflated, making it harder to pedal. Mas makunat po yan, no? For all those who have ridden bikes, if underinflated, mas mahirap pa tayo. And yet here we see him still training Alvin Benosa, holding on to that lead as we enter into the final lap. So now we have Benosa, Valderrama still hanging on to that lead. Very Herculean effort as we enter into the final lap, the main straight. And just like that, Benosa has grabbed this part of the race, Chapter 3, flashing the number 1 sign. May bago po tayong kampiyon for Chapter 3. But a very Herculean effort for Mark Luel Valderrama, still able to finish at second place. And here we have a photo finish for number 3. We have Ramos there. This time, his turn to pump his fist up in the air to signal his victory. So let's see some outtakes, light moments here. We have si Luel Valderrama fist bumping Zara Makatangdang, who held their own against Ariana Dormitorio earlier. Let's listen in.
Medyo may pressure kasi ikaw po yung nasa harap eh. Tapos bago pa po mag-start, na po yun eh. Sumisingaw na po yung gulong. Tapos mga bandang yung first lap po okay pa naman po siya. Pero nung bandang second lap, doon na po siya sumingaw. Bali yung sealant po nung gulong, nagtatalsika na po sa akin. Tapos yun, tinuloy ko na rin po. Bali, napansin ko po kasi na dun po sa part na medyo malakas po yung hangin, nagbabagal po sila dun. Kaya dun po ako nag-try. Tapos yun, nagulat na lang po ako na wala pong sumunod. Kaya itinuloy ko na po para dumikit po kay Kuya Alvin. Bali, dun lang po talaga sa last lap nagkatalo.
Unang pagkaano ko na siya daw yung defending, kaya sabi ko malakas talaga to nung nakasama ko siya. Kaya di rin ako nagpabaya sa ano ko. Talagang nagdepensa din talaga ako. Sabi niya sa akin, magtulungan na lang tayo kuya. Sabi ko, sige, magtulungan tayo. Yun, nagtulungan kami para di na kami abutin ng grupo. Kaya ang inano ko, mas advantage yung dala ko sa kanya. Hinahabaan ko na lang para hindi na kami abutin pa.
So you heard it straight from Benosa and Valderrama, who did experience technical difficulties, but what a Herculean effort on his part. But of course, now props to the new champion from Team Army and Team Pogi, I believe, which is Alvin Benosa, being able now to bring his bike, which is reserved only to the champion or the first placer, hoisting up the trophy and the wreath. And you see the organizer, Danny Dakigan, handing over the 12,000 in cash for our first placer. And there you go, only brought to you by the Dakigan Cup and 53 Sports Factory.